Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. If you're new to our channel, welcome. Here at Mad About Skin, we're passionate about helping you to get the most out of your skincare. So if you haven't already, now's a fantastic time to click that link below, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, and you won't miss out on any of our amazing future content. Now, in today's video, we're going to do an exfoliation 101, answering all your questions on exfoliation. We're going to go through the 4 different types of exfoliators out there, the best products that sit below each one of those, just really get to the bottom of why you need to exfoliate, how to do it effectively, and the best products that are going to help you achieve that. Now, for those of you that have watched this channel for some time, you know I already did a similar video just on exfoliating acids. I'll link that up there. That is just one type of exfoliation, and it's not everybody's preferred method of exfoliation. And so we're going to go through the whole range here and really talk about which products are going to deliver you the best results in the safest possible way for your skin type. I'm going to do my best to keep this brief because I love exfoliation and I could go on and on about it for days and days and days, but we're going to try and keep this under 10 minutes so we don't bore you all into senselessness. But if you have any questions or I missed anything out, feel free to leave me a comment below and I'll get back to you straight away on that. Let's start with what I think are the easiest, most accessible, and my preferred method of exfoliation, and that is the acids. Chemical exfoliating acids. There are so many out there and it's been an explosion. If you think back to 10 years ago, all we had was scrubs. You literally had to take a Brillo pad to your face to scrub that skin, and you never got great results, and you caused sensitivity and your skin looked horrendous and red for days after. That is very much in the past. Thankfully is in the past, and now chemical exfoliators have given us a real way of exfoliating our skin in a safer and much more controlled way. Most people now use a chemical exfoliator, but it's still important you get the right ones. So let's just do a quick whistle stop tour. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I do have the other video that you can refer back to if you want more details on this type of exfoliation. But before I get into the chemical exfoliators, just generally, why should we exfoliate? Well, our skin has cellular turnover. The rate at which our skin turns over determines how bright, gorgeous, glowing, and fresh our complexion looks. If our cell turnover is slow, then we hold on to those dead, damaged, quite often damaged, and dull skin cells for much longer, and they form the first layer of skin that everybody sees. The more we're able to encourage cellular turnover, the more fresh, glowing, and bright our complexion looks. With it comes a much more even skin tone because that melanin and pigment doesn't have time to build up, and where it has, you can release it quicker. And just all of this can be achieved and sped up through an effective exfoliation technique. I don't mind whether you exfoliate once a week, twice a week, or daily. Just make sure you choose the right strength to go with the frequency that you desire. So let's start with the most common form of chemical exfoliators, and that is the AHA acids. For me, glycolic acid should be the go-to for almost everybody bar the most sensitive and the most oily. If you are in the middle, you might be combination, you might have slightly dry skin or just normal skin, glycolic acid is going to be your friend. In terms of how it works, it's the quickest to work. You'll see the results the most effectively, but it can be quite drying on the skin, which is why I would never recommend it for very dry skinned people. My go-to at the moment is the Boots Ingredients glycolic acid, but I also love the Pixi Glow Tonic. That's fantastic and absolutely gorgeous. Has humectants in there as well, so it'll help hydrate and counter some of that dryness that you can get with glycolic acid. You can also use the 7% toning solution by The Ordinary. I love that. Again, got those humectants in, so we'll keep some of that moisture that you can lose with the glycolic acid. Glycolic acid is basically removing the cement which holds the dead skin cells on top of the fresh glowing skin underneath, releasing them, washing them down the sink, and giving you that gorgeous glowing complexion. If you use the Glow Tonic or the Boots Ingredients or the 7% toning solution, you can use those every day, because if you choose a concentration of between 0 and 7%, safe enough to use every single day. If you go from sort of 7-10% through to around 15%, that's a twice a weekly treatment. Over that, really looking at once a week as a general rule. That's glycolic acid. Next, onto the sticking with the AHA family, that is alpha hydroxy acids and the main chemical exfoliator family. You're going to get lactic acid. I love lactic acid. This has a huge, relative to the others, a huge molecular size, and so it penetrates much less deeply. The results therefore take longer to see, but it's much more gentle on the skin. So lactic acid can be fantastic for people with sensitive skin. It's also a humectant, so it'll draw moisture to the skin and help you retain that, so it doesn't have the dryness that's associated with glycolic acid. So if you are dry skinned, if you are sensitive, if you're maybe just new and you want to dip your toes into a gentle chemical exfoliator, then honestly lactic acid is where it's at. They usually come in two strengths, 5 or 10%. I say stay at the 5%. For those of you going to 10%, you might as well just use a glycolic acid for the strength you're getting. Definitely start at 5%, and the ordinary 5% has added humectants in there, so it's just going to drench your skin in hydration as well as providing that exfoliation. I love that. Some of the more niche AHAs, mandelic acid and azelaic acid, are really gentle and fantastic for people with rosacea and impaired barrier function. If you've got sensitive skin or rosacea, you can still exfoliate. Just choose the right chemical exfoliator for your skin, and that would probably be azelaic acid or mandelic acid. They take a lot longer to work because they're much more gentle and slower to react, which is absolutely fine. And what you need if you've got that sensitive skin, you want a longer timeline for action, because that means it's more gentle and it's not going to create sensitivity or make the issues you have worse. That is AHA exfoliators. I love AHA exfoliators. I think they're game-changing and they're fantastic, and they're so accessible these days. You shouldn't be paying through the nose for your AHA. All of the ones I've mentioned can be bought at the ordinary for around $10. Man, the azelaic and mandelic acids in particular from the ordinary, their one is amazing. Definitely try that out. BHA is another family of chemical exfoliators, and they are oil absorbing miracle workers. So BHAs are attracted to oil and they'll bind to it and remove it from the pores. With it comes the dirt, the debris, the sebum, everything that's trapping those and create those blackheads and those oxidizing plugs that sit within the pores. My go-to for BHAs is salicylic acid. You can use the Nip and Fab Salicylic Fix Concentrate, 2%. Here we've got the Boots Ingredients Salicylic Acid. This is £5, this is £7. Any salicylic acid, Paul's Choice do a fantastic one. Any salicylic acid will work. Again, you shouldn't be paying more than $10 for one. There's no need. 2% is the standard across everything for salicylic acid, so that's the percentage that you really need to be aiming for. You can use it just on the areas where you have clogging or blocked pores, and use a AHA on the rest of your skin. That's absolutely fine, but it's really going to help declog those pores and give you shrunken, more clearer pores and reduce the pore size. It's one of the few effective things on reducing pore size. So get this in your life if you're oily or you're concerned about pore size and the clogged nature of the pores that you have. Finally, we've done AHA, we've done BHA. We're going to go to PHA. PHA, polyhydroxy acids, are the newer ones on the market. These are very niche, hard to come by, but can be fantastic. The main one is gluconolactone. Now, the reason this is fantastic is because it naturally occurs in the skin, which means our skin is much more tolerant to its use, and so you're less likely to have a reaction to it. So a lot of people with sensitive skin, rosacea and other issues relating to skin barrier function swear by PHA exfoliators. Because gluconolactone occurs naturally in the skin, your body is less likely to have a reaction to it, and the molecule size is our biggest of all, so it's going to be slow. It'll take time to work, but you have time to invest, and you won't get that sensitivity, the redness, the peeling that you can get with some other AHA exfoliators. Gluconolactone is the main one, and my go-to if you're looking for a PHA would be the Inculist PHA toner. I love this product. Absolutely fantastic. I haven't used it on myself, but I know a lot of people that have, and the ingredients are just amazing. Whichever you go for, a chemical exfoliator is going to be your friend. A couple of people do like to combine chemical exfoliators. Definitely works. I would stick to choosing a product which has it pre-combined, because when you're mixing at home, you're not chemists, and people dipping a bit of this, a bit of that, you don't know which concentrations you're mixing and what goes with what. So if you want to combine acids, make sure you buy a product with that combination in. If you have combination skin and you want a salicylic acid to declog the pores, glycolic acid to strip away that dead skin cells, the ordinary AHA 30%, BHA 2% peeling solution, game changing. Get this in your life, you will love it. Similarly, if you want to have a mixture of everything in one, you can get the Dermalogica Recherche Lotion P50, which is hard to get hold of, but if you can get hold of it, that has lactic, salicylic It has citric acid in there. It has gluconolactone in there. So it's got AHA, BHA, and PHA all in one. It is a super strength exfoliator that will deal with all your skin problems and smooth and give you gorgeous glowing skin. It stinks of rotten onions. So if you like a sensorial experience with your exfoliator, this is not the one for you. It is ridiculously expensive and it stinks, but it works. So that's if you like to combine all the two and be extra and bougie and live your best life. You can definitely try that out, but I warn you, it's strong and it stinks. That is your chemical exfoliators. Let's go on to what people seem to love. I hate, but people seem to love, and that is manual scrub style exfoliators. Physical exfoliators, as we commonly call them, are where you get beads grit of some description that works by literally scrubbing off the top layers of the skin to then reveal the skin underneath. Very effective in removing dead skin cells. The problem is they can also create micro tears in the skin. They can create sensitivity reactions and actually increase pigment production as a result. You're creating these micro tears. The skin's natural reaction is to increase pigment to protect the area, which is when you end up with hyperpigmentation. I usually ask people to steer clear of them, not because the products themselves are bad, though some of them are, it's because we always put too much pressure on and we scrub too hard. So if you do like a physical exfoliator, choose one with a really fine, barely there texture, and make sure you use plenty of water because you don't want to be rubbing it dry on the skin, and make sure you're just gentle with it. They absolutely do work. Don't stick to the traditional Brillo pad style apricot scrub, which, if you own that, please use this as a cleansing moment to toss it out and never use it again. But there are some better ones. I'm going to recommend something that's probably going to shock a lot of people and be quite controversial, but that is the Wishful Yo Glow. This product was created by Huda Kattan, who does Huda Beauty. I don't normally like a celebrity endorsement. I usually think celebrity products are a bit pants. This is actually really good. It is barely there texture, but will give you a physical exfoliation. It is beautifully created. It glides on, it moisturizes at the same time as exfoliating, and it does have some fruit enzymes in there as well, so it'll just sort of double up on the enzyme and the physical exfoliation that people love. I really enjoy this product, and I think if you're going to use a physical exfoliator, toss out the apricot scrub and get this one in your life because it's genuinely really good. And for a celebrity product, not that expensive. So I do absolutely love that. Now we're going to move on to something which I think is probably the nichest of all the exfoliating types, which is enzyme exfoliation. I don't know why people aren't more into enzyme exfoliation. I adore them. It's probably the most gentle form of exfoliation out there. As a result, it can take quite some time to see results, but it's brilliant. They use enzymes to eat away at the bonds which hold the dead skin to the new skin and create that cellular turnover, quicken that cellular turnover through enzyme action. It's great. If you can find the right one, it's so fantastic. Usually it's fruit extracts and fruit enzymes, which is really good. It's natural. It appeals to that natural lifestyle that lots of people want to live. And the results over time can be powerful and fantastic. I love an enzyme exfoliation. Normally I stick to acid exfoliations and use an enzyme maybe once a week as a treat, because most of them come in mask form. So the ones I would recommend are either the Peter Thomas Roth Pumpkin Enzyme Mask. This is great, but it's expensive. It's $60, about, I think it's £45 here in the UK, so it's expensive. But it's a once a week mask to get that enzyme glow. It's fantastic, and pumpkin has supercharged enzymes in. It's natural and it will really bring out that glow in your skin that we all want. If you want to go slightly cheaper, but still super effective, the Andalou Naturals Berry Bioactive Mask is only $12, £8. That is a price point. You could use this every single day. I wouldn't. I personally would use it twice a week and use it in addition to another exfoliator just to bring a bit of enzyme in. Of course, you could go for the Dermalogica Daily Microfoliant. That's got enzymes in there. That's rice-based enzymes. That could be used daily. There's loads out there. I would definitely encourage everyone to explore enzyme exfoliation if you want that super gentle, and the idea of acid scares you. Enzymes could be your friend, so definitely check that out, have a look, see what you think. I love that. Finally, the fourth is what I class as the treatment exfoliators. So this is where you would go ideally into a spa setting, to your dermatologist, to your esthetician, whoever you trust to perform your facials, and have microdermabrasion, dermaplaning, there's laser treatments. These are things where it's a much more enhanced specific treatment which can remove multiple layers in one go. You'd also include in this chemical peels in this. This is a whole different game. I would say you only need to go to this extreme if you want to tackle something quickly, head on, and then continue to treat afterwards. I like to kickstart an exfoliation routine. A chemical peel is a fantastic option. Dermaplaning is basically like shaving your face, but it's really effective at getting multiple layers off the skin. So these are the sort of things I would say to use straight off to kickstart the rest of your exfoliation game. Then over time, use them just as, every so often to just give it that quick boost. You'll see some fantastic results. Dermaplaning can be done at home, and I do know people that do it successfully at home. I'm going to do a video on how to best do it at home in a safe way, because you need to know how to do it properly. Otherwise, you could risk damaging your skin. The rest of it, from lasers through to chemical peels through to microdermabrasion, I just think is better done in an esthetician dermatologist's office. I don't think those things should be done at home if you want to get the best results with minimal damage to your skin. But it's a fantastic way of a treatment, is a fantastic way of just kick-starting your exfoliation game. So to summarise, a couple of things I want to mention. Make sure you choose your exfoliator, not based on the product you like or the gimmick or the latest celebrity endorsement. Choose it based on what your skin is telling you. If you are super sensitive and you feel like you can never exfoliate, you can get a PHA or an azelaic mandelic acid. These are so big in terms of molecule size that they will be gentle enough that you could use it still patch test and use it infrequently and build up, so you get your tolerance built up, but you can enjoy an exfoliation. If you are oily, then there really is the only one for you, and that is going to be your BHA salicylic acid. Everyone else has a little bit more scope of what they want to choose. I would thoroughly encourage people to ditch the physical exfoliation and go for a chemical. The results are better, there's less chance of damage, and I feel it's just a better overall experience for your skin, and the results are going to definitely be improved. So try and wean yourself off physical exfoliation, but if you do want to use that, because we all like that sensation of the scrub, then I've given you an option for that. Chemical exfoliation where it's at, but everybody should try an enzyme exfoliation. I feel enzyme exfoliating, because it's so gentle and takes so long to see those results, it's the sort of thing you do as a once a week treatment rather than your go-to exfoliation, because I don't think you're going to see the hard, quick hitting results that we crave from that, whereas you will from a glycolic acid. So just make sure you set your expectations right. Always use a sunscreen. This is the upside down. This is the Comfy Water by Purito. I love this sunscreen. But any sunscreen factor 30 or above, because you're removing those top layers of skin, it does make you more photosensitive and it does increase the risk of sun damage. So definitely a factor 30 SPF. People ask, can I use an exfoliant and a retinol at the same time? Absolutely, just use them at the different ends of the day. So you exfoliate in the morning, your retinol in the evening. Try not to use them together because you risk that increased sensitivity, but the two complement each other fantastically, dealing with texture, pigmentation, and aging. So definitely do that. And some people often ask, could you combine different forms of exfoliation? You can, but again, never together. So I wouldn't do a physical exfoliation then throw an acid on afterwards. Make sure you give your skin a chance to recover, calm, and before you then do any other treatments. I hope you found this really interesting. I love exfoliation. The idea that we can take away the day and just give our skin a bright uplift and sort out so many issues from texture through to pigmentation with one product is amazing. Definitely use it straight after your cleanse. So cleanse, then exfoliate, then proceed with all of your other treatments, because what you don't want to be doing is putting your serums on, then washing them off with an exfoliator. So always after your cleanse on clean skin, and then proceed with your skincare. And just enjoy your exfoliator. Don't be scared. Try things out. And if you've got any questions at all, guys, leave me a comment below. Wherever in the world you are, sending you a huge hug and love from here in the UK. Hopefully you give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye.